It's going and there's audio this time, right? I can only hope, I guess. This is Sarah, and it's Tuesday, and I'm going to make a thing in CAD right now. Hopefully, if everything allows me to do that, then I'm gonna make a piece. There's the microphone. There we go. Cool, thank you. Access revoked. Hi, Kit. Hi, Kevin. Hi, guys. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna scoot the microphone a bit closer since Mark isn't gonna be in the room. It'll be interesting. One second. God damn it. All I want is to live in a world without cords. There we go. That's a little bit better. Eventually, I'm going to clean this giant pile of crap that's on my desk right behind the thing that's looking at me right now. You guys can't see it, but there's a literal mountain of papers and books and wires and lollipop wrappers that important things are hidden beneath, and I'll unearth them eventually. That was supposed to be my chore for when I returned from SuperCon, like 2 weeks ago now, and I still haven't done it. But anyhow, so today I am working on the second half of the hotspot peripheral, and the hotspot is, specifically that has to do with that winch belt that I built most recently. It's the thing that attaches to the butt cheeks and spreads them open. The whole point of that was to create artificial thigh gaps so that I could shine a light between my legs and sort of backlight that triangle area that's created by the winch belt. So, and that was going to be in response to body temperature in between my legs, like on the inside of my thighs. So now that I have the winch belt doing what it's supposed to, and I more or less proved out that it does work, if I mount anchors to my meat and winch them upwards, it's a possible thing. Like that piece of hardware exists now. The artificial thigh gap creator is a go. So now that that's a thing, I can finish out that hotspot augment and do the light portion. And I kind of, over the weekend, I went to IKEA with Mark on Friday, I should just say that, and there was this particular type of lamp. I'll actually show it to you here. Bench view? Yep, there we go. Okay, so it says Yanzio? I don't know what that says. Oh well. But that's the specific type of light that's on Mark's electronics bench right now. They're these really cool spined, articulated clip-on lamps. And he discovered once he bought the two that he has on his desk that the base that they attach to, like the long stalk attaches to, you don't necessarily have to use that. I'm gonna actually walk over here and show you what I mean. So this thing right here is the main, I guess I can take that off, the articulated lamp itself. And this comes with like a heavy base inside of this box. That's this guy right here. So this piece is supposed to mount into those two holes in the center of the base, but you of course don't have to use this, but you do have this nice stem that has these screws attached to it with standoffs and washers, and you can kind of make your own attachment. So Mark made sort of a clamp or a clip, a C-clip, that attaches to the shelf right above his electronics bench, and those are just sort of hanging there now like antennas. You can see them in the background of most of my videos, kind of coming out from where my head kind of tends to sit. So I decided to just sort of leverage the fact that this is actually a 5-volt lamp. It's got a pretty nice LED white light glow that's pushed through a lens, and I can very easily adapt this to whatever I want. And since I needed a light to be aimed specifically in between my thighs, I figured I would attach it to a belt or something, similar to how the hotspot mounts on my hips. But then, I think it was Friday night or Saturday night, one of the guys suggested just mounting it into that bottom port on the pulse pack, which I have on the desk right there. I have all these lovely ports around the outside edge that I normally plug peripherals into, but I figured I don't necessarily have to plug the peripherals into here. This is also a legitimate mounting point in and of itself. I think it was Tony. Tony suggested just making an adapter that plugs into this hole that's already here for the light itself, and it would just sort of stick out the bottom, which isn't a bad idea. The backpack is the most solid mounting point in the whole Shibon project at the moment, in that it's attached to my back fairly tightly, and it doesn't move a whole lot. It's kind of fixed to my body, so it moves as I move. So I'm probably going to create something that specifically taps into the, let's see. I added this battery box inside of here, so there's a bracket that sort of holds this rechargeable battery in place. It's like a cage, and that's solidly mounted to the back plate, which is the kind of like the core of the entire backpack enclosure. It's also the thing that the straps are mounted to. I'm probably going to replace these two spacers on the bottom and create somewhat of a solid block that extends down from this point, kind of in like almost like a tapered pyramid type thing, to the bottom right here, like the nipple of the heart, or the tip, the pointy do. And it's going to have a port similar to the ones that I already 3D printed that are mounted around the edge. And it's just going to have a different type of hole so that I can actually attach this thing to the bottom again. And I'll figure out what the hell I need to do with this light cord later. Not worried about that yet, but that's the plan. And to explain kind of what I'm doing, I have illustrations. Bam. You guys have seen this before, right? This is like the original concept drawing I did for the hotspot. So the winches are actually housed in something now. They're not just raw motors hanging out on my butt. They've kind of got their nice little like mech Gundam-y type looking amorphous shells that go on top of them like fins. But this portion's pretty much the same. Like there's gonna be some triangle created and that's gonna need to illuminate. And I just posted this earlier today, so that's that spine thing. It's kind of like a scorpion stinger, I guess. But not. I don't know. So there we go. So I'm gonna check on the chat real quick and see how you guys are doing. How is everybody, by the way? Like it's Thanksgiving week. Everyone's getting ready to push so much food inside of themselves. Is anyone doing any exciting exotic cooking? Hi Aussie Welsh. Good to see you. Mark's around. He's in the house floating around. He'll be back. But he's not gonna stay because he's got his own stuff to do. Hi everybody else. Ventricle. Ventricle? Edward. What? Ventricle. Maybe you could work in an air horn blowing. Ha. That would be fun. I'm gonna start with this. Just the stinger. But yeah, Ooh, pork roast. All food sounds good. I'm honestly just excited to eat cranberry sauce with the flavor of, what's it called? Gravy? Because I think those two things complement each other so well, and I only ever get that plate, like, flavor profile specifically for Thanksgiving, or when I go to IKEA and get their meatball plates. But yeah, like I'm really looking forward to stuffing like ample amounts of all of the food slosh into my gullet and playing Cards Against Humanity with my parents. But yeah, my stinger is totally gonna come out of the bottom of my heart. Yeah, because that's where the stinger should come out of. Woo! So I'm gonna switch back to my computer view. Hopefully you guys can see this. I'm pretty sure you can. But let me just make sure. Yes, yeah, you guys can see it. I'm gonna minimize this just a little bit so that I can see the chat, because I don't want to not keep up with you guys. And I appreciate you keeping me company as always. But yeah, cranberry sauce and gravy at IKEA. Yeah, they have it's their gravy, and then they have that lingonberry like stuff that's pretty fantastic. It's kind of like a cranberry sauce. It's the same thing effectively. Oh man. There. Okay, so the thing that you're looking at right now is that mounting cage thing for the battery, which is that right there. So that's my power supply that this bracket exists for. I'm going to be tapping into these two bottommost holes right here. Right now there are standoffs, like spacers, kind of like this one right here, that capture the battery in place, and I'm going to replace those with the beginning of whatever mounting apparatus the bottom of that light is going to bolt into. And I don't really know what that's going to look like yet. I'm probably going to build it directly into this CAD file like I'm not supposed to. But yeah, I am going to do that. Bad Raptor. I'm going to start by making something rectangular that bridges between these two holes, since that's like the most important part, the point of mounting. And I may or may not utilize these other two auxiliary holes on the side. I don't know whether I'm going to need to or not. It might make it a little bit stronger as a piece if I also have that stinger. I'm gonna start calling this thing the stinger. If the stinger, if I don't want it to get torqued or twisted or smash into anything and break this bracket, then I might possibly have the mounting points also include these two on the side, but I'm not entirely sure yet if I'm gonna do that. I'll decide in a minute. Everyone's stinger should totally come out of the bottom of their heart. I think so. So I'm basically turning my heart backpack into like a scorpion. It's like a heart scorpion, kind of, but with light. I don't know if anyone remembers this, but there's kind of this running joke on my streams with scorpions. We had a scorpion problem last summer, or last winter now, gosh. I've never seen scorpions ever in Vegas, and I've lived here my entire life. And suddenly out of nowhere, they started flooding the house in droves. And we had them all over the place, or we were finding them underneath things fairly regularly. And Mark, like, lost his shit, as you would if you had scorpions in the house all over. And I was never bothered by them, because I was never really confronted with one suddenly, like, in my face, as he was many, many times. So he started killing them. And I don't like killing things, because I'm that type of person. So I started teasing him about Noodle inviting scorpions over so that he could throw wicked, crazy house parties after, when we're not home, as, you know, kids do. They invite their friends over when their parents are gone. I started joking about Mark just accepting scorpions because they want to be warm too. They're Noodle's friends, and I think I ended up drawing the helpful scorpion. We decided kind of unanimously, like within the chat on one of my streams, that if scorpions did want to be friendly and helpful, they would make really good helping hands for soldering. And their tail would be a good light. I think that's what it was. Yeah. Wow, I'm like remembering this now. It's a distant memory, but this was a discussion. I think that's something I need to make. But yeah, like if they use their pinchers to hold onto circuit boards and their tail is a light, they'd be like the most awesome helping hands ever for like surface mount soldering. Mark.
What?
Remember the helpful scorpion?
Yep.
Yeah. Should I make it?
What do you make it?
Make like a pair of helping hands.
In the light?
Yeah, I could use one of those as the tail.
Yeah, make a 3D printed body with articulated legs and then have that mount on the back of it.
Yeah, and then it can go on my bench.
Yeah, and then you can put the Thingiverse up.
It can hold my circuit boards, and then I can,
Yeah, put it up on Thingiverse.
Yeah, and then all the scorpions will come to the house and have a party. Yeah. So Mark got this, what is it, diatomaceous earth? Is that what it was called?
Yes.
It's basically a scorpion death powder, and if you put it on the floor in places, when the scorpions walk through the powder, they basically get abraded to death.
It gets into their joints and it opens up their carapace and it bleeds out their moisture, so they die within a few days.
So it's basically a slow, painful, chafy death that he bestows upon these creatures because he's a monster. But our floor in our house looks like it's covered in cocaine.
Yeah, it looks like a drug lord lives here.
It's like white powder, and it's
a messy drug lord.
It's in all of the cracks of all of the doors going to the outside, and in the corners where, I don't know, I guess scorpions would walk through.
Is that going to be a problem?
It is. It's been that way for like a year now. You haven't seen me running away. I don't know.
I still fight scorpions in the house, so.
They hate you, and Noodle hates you too.
There was one parked on the wall next to the light switch the other night, and I went to turn the light switch off, and it was literally like 6 inches from my face. Yeah. Just parked on the wall.
Yeah. Is that a problem?
It's not a problem anymore. So he got squished.
52 millimeters apart are these holes. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna actually have to use calipers and measure how far down this needs to go. Probably here. Let's go for 5 up. Let's say 4. Let's do 4. Oh my god. 5. Noodle says that isn't cool. He says you shouldn't kill his friends. He says that's pretty fucked up.
He is not allowed to have his friends over at this house.
He says you're not allowed to have your friends over at this house.
I don't have any friends.
Oh my god. So I like, who doesn't like cranberry sauce, Danny? And I am the spawn of Satan. It's delicious.
It's disgusting.
What, cranberry sauce?
Yeah, I don't
with
like
turkey?
I don't eat the cranberry. It's disgusting.
I mean, I don't eat the cranberry.
It's a sour.
But like the juice, like the
flavor, it sucks.
Yeah, you eat it with the turkey.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's
you eat
good.
turkey with gravy, extra gravy.
And cranberry sauce.
No,
you mix it together and it becomes a sweet and savory slurry.
I don't want sweet. I want savory.
You mix them together.
No, you throw it away. It's decoration. No. It's like a garnish.
No, I'm going to rub it all over my face.
Otherwise, all your food's pale, so the red adds that...
blood?
Essence. It's a decoration.
Hello, Russia.
Russia.
Nothing says... What? Erosion. Scorpion stingers. Ooh, hello from India. Hi, India.
Wow.
Ooh. Diatomaceous earth.
Yeah, diatomaceous.
Diatomaceous. What did I call it? It doesn't matter.
Diatomaceous.
Thank you, Chase. I probably said something, some ridiculous of the like thing that was incorrect. Have I used blacklight to inspect? Yes, Mark has a little blacklight flashlight and he walks around and he hunts for...
I never find them.
Yeah, because they know.
I find them in boxes when I open them. They're already there. And then they try to get me.
That's... Noodle says, don't be a jerk. Cranberry sauce is not horrible. What's wrong with you guys? Man, sweet meat is delicious. I'm just saying. Yeah, lots of gravy, but cranberry is good. Like, you can't get the crappy stuff out of the jar though. Like my mom found this recipe for like a legit cranberry like reduction, I guess, that she cooks in a pot with legit cranberries and then some other stuff that's kind of good, and it cooks down all day and it becomes kind of like a, I don't know, what would you call that? Like a syrup, I guess? It's like a cranberry syrup, and she puts it in a boat and you just take a little bit of it.
Really?
Yeah, she's had it like every year for the past 3 years.
Not for me.
You were there.
But I don't get that syrup.
It's good. I think it's good. But yeah, anyhow. So this is going to be like my mounting shelf right here. This thing that I just made in CAD. Not to get off topic or anything. LOL. We were distracted by cranberries. It's okay. I'm gonna turn off the all of this stuff. So now I've got this rectangle shape that I made on the bottom layer here. Because I was doing CAD, remember? That was the point of this. Got distracted talking about cranberry sauce and scorpions. It's gonna be a good day, guys. Is that... Did I not do that right? That's... Something's off there. It's okay. Interesting. Oh, I didn't make that straight. That's why. Okay, so... Sorry, this is like seizurely. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. That should be better. But yeah, I'm probably one of the few people who I guess likes cranberry sauce. Shit, I didn't realize that was so unusual. I thought you liked cranberry sauce, Mark.
Nope.
Shit, okay.
Never have.
Man, my adult palate prefers cranberry sauce on my meat, apparently. That's weird. Extrude. I want to extrude up to...
You want the extruder.
Up to here. How much was that? Alright, I'm gonna make this a new body. So it's not like attached to the bracket, it's gonna be its own thing. And it looks like it's 28 millimeters. That's how big that spacer is. Should be correct. Ah. Alright, so I'm gonna turn these things off again. So that's my minimum. If I choose to build onto this from here, that is a another story in and of itself. But the battery is going to sit on top of this now, on the very bottom. And this is going to extend down in this direction to the, I guess the armpit of the heart? Yeah, that is what that is. It's like the tip, the pointy part at the bottom. And it's gonna taper in to the pointy hole. Yeah? You heard it here, folks. Ah, yes. Duck does work well with sweet undertones. Meat and sweetness is great. Like lamb goes well with like a slight amount of sweetness to it. It brings out the savory juices of the whatever. Natural savory juices.
Whatever.
Of the whatever. Aw, take care, Aussie Welsh. Aw. Also sweet and savory for the win. Cool. High five. You're on team sweet and savory. Thank you. One of you guys agrees with me in the deliciousness of combining multiple different types of complex flavors. Not complex flavors. Multiple different flavors to get a more complex flavor in a whole.
Food pairing.
As a whole. Food pairing, that's right. Volatile. Hee pointy hole. Yes, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna go over here and measure the distance from the bottom of the battery box to the tip of the heart armpit. Mark, where are the calipers? Man, we need to get...
underneath here.
We need like 12 pairs of calipers.
Yeah, they're expensive.
And we can just seed them all over the...
That's... no.
Okay, so... This isn't going to be an exact number. Because this can get pushed out. Because it's attached to fabric. Let's look at 48. So I'm just going to round up to... no, I'm just going to use 48. Screw it. No rounding up. So 48 from the top. And then this is... $48 and $36. Okay, so from the top down, it was about approximately 48 to get to the hole. And then the hole, I'm actually not going to do it that way. That should be good. I'll just leave it like that. And I have some layer on. There's a bunch of them on. All of the sketches, not layers. Sorry. Cool. Hey, AP Tech. But yeah, hopefully everyone's looking forward to a somewhat pleasant Thanksgiving holiday with their friends and or family. I'm the type that meets up with their entire family. That looked like it was a 35. I can actually look this up. Why am I doing it the hard way? Sarah, why do you like to suffer? Port. Here's the port. It's right here. So this is the thing that's going on the bottom of the piece that I'm making. I'm basically making a complex version of this thing that's going to pop straight through the hole. So this is it right now. This is what the port thing looks like. Or at least like one of the pieces. And if I suppress that, it looks like it is 29 millimeters in diameter. Okay. Okay, so it's a 29mm hole. Oh, hey! Pulse Pack asked, "Hi, Alice." "Hi, Code Duck." "Hi." Well done, Fusion. You picked a good character limit. Thanksgiving, by the way, to all my American friends. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's a weird holiday, isn't it? Yeah. It's the holiday where families get together to remind one another of why they don't talk for the rest of the year. Is that what it is, Mark?
Wait, what?
It's when family members get together to remind one another why they don't talk for the rest of the
Yes.
year. Yes?
Yes.
Does that sound right?
They usually and that's why they do the holidays right after voting season. So you can continue the argument.
Ah. Okay, so that's slightly, very slightly larger than that. Well, this is going to be interesting. I'm actually not gonna do that. I'm gonna make it slightly smaller so that I don't have to do any weird fancy stuff. Although it looks like I'm gonna. Oh man. Why can't things just play nice? Okay. It's like exactly the hole at the point of the heart is exactly the same size as the spacer. Basically the width of the battery pack, which is a very fun coincidence. That's okay. Set this. Okay. That's fine. That's not a problem. Do I want to do a loft? Kind of want to do a loft. -40. Alright. And I want this back here. So I'm gonna keep this fun face. I'm going to and I could do something really weird and creepy. Mark, should I do something weird and creepy?
All the time.
Always and forever?
Yeah, just be creepy.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna do a loft. A loft is this really fun thing you can do in Fusion where you select two faces. To show you again what I just did, I selected this circular face of the heart armpit port, and then the face of the I guess the spacer at the bottom of my battery bracket, and I'm going to do a loft. It's basically going to do some math and connect those two faces together. So I get this very weird blobulous amorphosis rectangle to circle spout shape going on here, which I can still print this. This will print. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I can still do that. Yep. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna be okay. That'll be okay. Alright, I'm gonna leave that like that. A holiday where family members get... Yes. Yes, that is it. See, my parents, they get bleedingly drunk, and we play Cards Against Humanity, and we all act a fool, and it's fun. We get to vent. We get to, like, vent to one another our frustrations with each other in a very passive-aggressive way through the cards that we choose. and the comments that we say while we're reading out all of the crap that we're doing, our ad-libbed crap, it's super fun. And the alcohol only helps to kind of wick all of that to the surface in an even more dramatic, performative way. And we do that into all hours of the night. It's super fun. Yeah. Why use a proprietary OS like Mac? 'Cause I like some things in my life to be easy. Does look like air conditioning duct work. But yeah, I do have a million sketches because I think this is on the backpack, right? Yes? Yeah, it is. So this was at a point in time where I don't think I really understood what the hell the parametric thing, how that worked. So I was still kind of using the software in this broken way that I believed it was supposed to work. And instead of going back and changing my math, I would just keep adding sketches and modifying like parts like again and again over and over, and not really going back, changing the math and letting it regenerate. So I could redesign a lot of this stuff now that I know how to use the software the way it was intended, but I'm kind of too lazy to do so because I have too much parts. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna measure. Actually, I don't have to do that over here. I can do that at my desk. La, la, la. So that's this thing right here. This like double-pronged pizza. Mark, it's a double-pronged pizza.
Double-pronged pizza.
Double-pronged pizza. Okay, so there's spacers there. Actually, look at this thing. Slam it into the table. But yeah, a lot of my earlier fusion stuff demonstrates a complete lack of like grokking of how fusion is supposed to work, which is the best. Working project. Work find. I noticed you made a sketch to check the diameter of the part earlier. I did. I totally did, because in Fusion, the only way for me to do measurements, I realize there's an inspect measurement tool up here, but when I used SketchUp to do everything, I would just draw a line between the 2 points that I wanted to measure the distance between. And since you have to make a sketch to start drawing lines on a surface in this, I just do that because in my mind, that's the fastest way to measure 2 points. And that's just habit for me, which is bad. It'll get phased out. It just hasn't happened yet because I've had really no reason to force myself to develop better habits, I guess. I think that's like, no, it's like 16 maybe. I could. 15. Why does it have to be a weird number? 15.75. Fair enough. 15 points. $15.75. What's 15.75 divided by 2? I have a thing that does this. $7.875. Okay, so that is where that thing is mounting into. Six. Okay. With a 26 millimeter diameter circle thing. Eesh. Yeah? Is that allowed? Yes, it is.
No.
Yes. No. Yes. Take it. Okay. Get my ugly shape back. Yes. This was fun when I broke. I think it's like fairly recently that I started like demonstrating better fusion habits in designing my shapes, because I think it was really up until like the hotspot that I still did really atrocious crap out of laziness and wanting to get things done fast.
Now you use a little more discipline.
Yes, because I broke actually
because you broke something, yeah.
Like right before SuperCon, probably like a month beforehand, I was working on the actual hip winch mount, and I don't know what I did, but I hadn't been updating the dependencies within the file of things that were referenced from other things, and I was designing off of those things that hadn't been updated. So when I finally like refreshed everything in that file, it critically broke like the entire assembly, because I was designing everything in one file. And I think Tony was over and he tried for like an hour to fix the pieces and find out exactly what it was in my little timeline that broke the rest of the file, and we never really figured it out. But he explained to me why it broke, and now that I have a little bit better understanding of what not to do in a parametric CAD program, I'm a little bit more mindful of how I design my parts, kind of. But I can only really implement that on all the stuff I design from here on out. Like, all of my older files are still kind of an atrocious mess, admittedly. But yeah. Ooh, it shows you can just click on the lines and circles that already exist in the geometry of the part, and it'll show you a length and radius in the bottom. Really? You're kidding me.
Wait, what?
Does it show you in the bottom right corner?
Well, yeah, if you click on a point or a line, it'll tell you the dimensions of it in the lower right corner.
Oh, shit.
Do you know about that? And it's tiny, but I use it all the time.
Oh, I never...
For stuff, for tweaking.
So if I click on two things... Oh, that's nice. Thank you! I never saw that. Thank you, you just taught me a thing. A thing. I don't even have to do anything, I just have to look and see the thing. Oh my god, I feel profoundly more aware. That's funny, I completely ignored that forever. Ah, it goes away. Okay. Well, shit. Cool. That's almost as cool as cranberry sauce. Man, I feel silly. Wait. God, how many? 85 sketches? Yeah. You go, girl. With your 85 sketches. Negative... I don't know. So -3. And then these I know I can make. Except I don't have the thing open, so it's not gonna let me. I just want those gone. And then this is going to have to go away. to an amount. But how much? So actually, I don't want... Alright, so I have the pig nose thing on one end. And I'm thinking if the shape is actually going to look like this, I can print it going up to its points like this, but then I can't cut out anything, or a whole lot of anything from the back side of this, and I don't really know if I want this to be super solid. Noodle. Don't talk crap about mommy, Noodle. I mean Mark.
Wait, what? I wasn't paying attention.
No. How am I gonna do? Okay, I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna do, because I don't know. So this needs to poke out through the bottom hole thing. So I think I'm going to extrude this. And this port is... so this feature is a 32mm thread thingy. 32mm. So I'm gonna make this threaded in much the same way. 32. But the hole might be different. Interesting. 32. It's 34. Did I fuck that up? Oh, I'm doing that thing again. 29. Okay. Create thread. Alright, so this will be 32. Modeled. Alright. So there's my 1 or 2 coils of thread. So that is going to poke through the bottom hole. And this thing right here is the surface that that tip is going to mount to. And I think it's... so that's 29... what did I say this was? Okay. It's still smaller than that. And then this really needs to come in to about here. Okay, so let's say 16. That's gonna make this weak. Cut. Oh. Ack. Okay. $35, $40, -$42. How long are these things? So this should be minimum distance 7.73. That is so helpful. Alice, you've changed my life. Thank you. That is not going to be structural at all. And is therefore bad, so I can't do that. Although that would look cool. It's unprintable. Damn. Okay. How am I going to resolve that? I hate everything. Noodle. I could just do this. Extrude -42. It's all but a little. There. Oh, cuts the corners. I don't want that. 6. Okay. It's starting to look like a piece. So I still think I'm going to end up, maybe not. I might print this going up with this pig nose circle part flat on the print bed. And it's just going to branch out. And that scorpion stinger is going to mount into here through the bottom, and I need to make a slot in here for the wire to pass through, so it needs that as well. But from the looks of it, that can kind of be anywhere, and I think this is getting cut, right? I'm cutting this.
You asking me?
Yeah.
What are you cutting? You're cutting it down or the cable?
Cable.
Yeah, we'll put an end on it that lets you plug it into the thing.
Yeah.
Or we might be able to get in there and unsolder it. I think there's a connector inside the base of that. If we can get it open.
I don't want to fuck with that though.
Or otherwise just cut it and yeah, put a Molex or something on it.
Maybe put that on the side. Okay, so that comes out the side and is gonna need to go back in. So it doesn't come out the bottom, it comes out the side. So that's gonna curve around and go back into my, whatever the hell this is. My pig nose. Yeah? So I'll probably just put a hole somewhere on the side of the wall, because I'm pretty sure if I make it like here, the printer will be able to handle making a circle vertically. Because the Prusa is awesome, right, Mark?
Yes.
Yes. But that's on the inside now, and that's gonna be a problem. Why does everything have to be complicated? Why'd you have to go and make things so complicated?
Why?
Why?
Why do you do that?
Why? Oh, that's not gonna work. Okay. Okie dokie. On second thought, I know I just said I didn't want to have to fuck with the inside of this. Actually, I can't because that's like epoxy. No. No, no, no! Okay, so I can't really like reroute this thing through the inside, because what I really like this to do is come out directly out the bottom and not like this. Which it's gonna fight me. There's like this big cored out part with some it looks like epoxy jammed up in there, so that this is kind of like fixed in its position. Otherwise I would like force this back in through the hole and then pull it out the bottom. Yay. But it's not gonna let me do that. Why? Mark. Is there any way to pull, I mean, I don't see a way, but any way to pull this cord back in through the hole and out the bottom so it's not coming out the side all awkward like? I don't know why they did that. It pisses me off.
Well, it mounts on a base and it has to come out the side, but
it could come out
there's
the side.
cabling right here.
Yeah.
The wire.
Yeah.
So if we untuck that and break the wire, then we can resolder it to come right out straight the back if you want.
Yeah.
Why is it this bad? Why?
Because I don't have an easy way of making it tuck back in, since it'll already be on the outside of the backpack wall.
Because when you go to mount this, you're going to put screws to the back, right?
Yes.
And then this can go through another hole. No?
But it will have to go through the plastic.
Are you mounting it on the backpack?
Yeah, remember we talked about this?
I don't remember that.
It's I'm making a special mount that goes in the bottom.
There's not a lot of strength. You're going to have to beef that up. This has it
mounts to this.
To the thing? Okay, because there's a lot of torque here.
Yeah.
Potentially.
It's going to mount to the bracket, the bottom brackety do of the battery.
Alright.
And then it's going to come out the bottom, but since it's already
This isn't going to
shunted,
mount on the outside of the case? It's going inside the case?
It's on the outside of the nipple that I'm making right now.
And why don't you just put a groove that you can just lay the cord down in and then put your lid on or something? Or does it really need to go through there? Because otherwise...
I don't have to. It's
I
just
mean, this will come apart. That looks like there looks like a set screw right there. Is that what that is?
it's going to be
There's a screw or something there.
quite heavy. I don't know for 3D print, but it's really thick for injection. It's a 3D print. Doesn't really matter for 3D printing. Can set the infill to 10% and it will be mostly hollow. Yes. Oh, hi, Tony. I can't build it, but I will guarantee and get a decent percentage up front. Is the mode switch on your fancy new mic set right? Oh, is it not?
What is it right now?
I mean, how does it sound?
What don't they like?
It's on Omni right now since I'm going to be walking around it.
Right. Are we picking up the whole room? Like, what don't they like about it?
Tony just said, is the mode switch on my fancy mic set right? Which I'm guessing the implication is that it doesn't sound that good.
If Tony was recording a stream, what would he set it to and why?
I don't know.
We'll let him respond. Because that's a vague question.
Oh.
All settings are right. They're included.
Thank you, Aka X. Thank you. That means a lot to hear. Okay. I mean, it's on the omnidirectional mode right now, so if I switch it to like... Oh god.
Who the hell?
It's my mom.
Your mother.
Hello? Hey, what's up? Yeah. You're chopping the veggies?
Lay down and take a nap. I'm toast.
Yeah? Are you gonna come over and tap dance?
Oh god, I have no energy.
but we'll make you coffee and then you can dance with us. You can dance with me.
Do your shoes fit?
I don't know, I haven't put them on yet.
Oh my god, you're kidding me.
I don't have any reason to put them on because no one's here tap dancing with me. Yeah?
I'm so sorry, honey. I gotta lay down.
Alright.
I'm whacked. I had to sit down and deal with shit from work for an hour or two and call a towel and bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm just like whacked.
Tell your mom she's live.
Oh, you're live on TV, so
I'm live on TV?
Well, not TV, but kind of TV. Internet TV.
Your tubes.
My tube. Someone's tubes.
Oh, you can't see me though, right?
Oh, yeah.
No, we can see you. There's like a camera inside of the house, and everyone's watching you right now.
Okay, I'm hanging up now.
I'm joking.
I know.
Seriously, come over and tap dance with me. Like,
Honey, I can't. I really can't. I gotta lay down. I'm whacked.
oh.
I was scrubbing and cleaning, and I put the wreath up on the door, and
Yeah?
I scrubbed down the door.
Everything's been cleaned? Everything's ready to get completely wrecked during the bloodbath of Thanksgiving dinner?
I still have to vacuum the house, but I have to nap first.
Mom, are you making your special cranberry sauce?
Yeah, I'm gonna make that tonight so that I can have it ready. Yeah. You can make it up to 3 days in advance, so.
Great. Let it ferment a little bit.
Yeah.
Get that
Kimchi.
nice kimchi complex flavor profile building up.
Well, I'm gonna make it tonight, and it'll be ready for Thursday. And all I have to do tomorrow, I'll make the stuffing. I gotta peel the sweet potatoes, make that, so that'll be ready for the oven. And pretty much, I'll be done until Thursday when I go into work at 8 o'clock. I only have to work till noon, and then I'll come home and peel potatoes for the mashed potatoes. Table set, and yeah. So the big challenge is finding room in the refrigerator for everything.
I stereo cardioid omnidirectional, bidirectional. Let's do that. Wee.
Whee!
Let's try bidirectional. Right, Mom?
Okay,
I
bye.
like bidirectional.
We're bidirectionaling my microphone now. That means that the people on TV can see your back and your front, so you should pose.
Honey, you can't see me, so I'm not posing.
I mean, that you know of.
Oh, shut up.
I love you.
I love you.
I'm gonna... What? What?
What?
What?
What?
What?
What?
Um,
Let's go. I gotta go pee.
okay, you're not gonna come tap?
No, I can't today, honey.
Ah. Okay. Fair enough.
Alright.
Fair enough. I will forgive
Okay.
you, I guess.
Okay, I love you.
I love you too.
Bye-bye.
Alright, bye-bye.
That's hilarious.
Oh man. Could you guys actually hear my mom? Okay, I put it on bidirectional, so that's Mark who's behind me
That's
and
front and back.
and myself who is in front of me, or where I am. Dear God. So the front and the back of the mic, which is specifically the front and the back of the mic, which is the me and the you of the you. So I think I'm good. Right, Mark?
Yep.
Okay. Does this sound better, Tony? I'm asking you specifically because you pointed it out. Does this sound better? Answer me in 30 seconds. I know there's a delay. Okay. So my mom's not coming over. By the way, since I brought it up, or we brought it up, here. You know when you're a little kid and you get tap shoes and they're really shiny? I say this like everyone was forced to take dance, like I was. Yeah, you can see this. There we go. Bam. Okay. Yeah? I got some adult version of those shiny, like, patent leather tap shoes that you wear when you're, like, 3. Except these are a size 9. And, at some point tonight, I'm going to put them on and hopefully they fit, and I'm going to test out that dance floor that's outside that, Mark and Tony helped me assemble, or more or less assembled for me last weekend on Sunday. And I'm going to see how terribly, these taps destroy the... what is it? Enamel lacquery stuff on the flooring.
Yeah.
And yeah.
The laminate.
The laminate.
The laminate.
So I was trying to get my mom to come over because I used to dance with my mom sometimes. My mom used to teach dance. And we could have had a tap off, and that would have been really cool. I would have streamed that. That would have been awesome. We could have done weird stuff together that would have made everyone I know rethink everything that they know about me. But yeah, if the tap shoes don't fit me, then I'm just going to end up hacking them and doing something weird with them. Like, Mark made this really cool circuit that makes LEDs go, like, when you make sound, right?
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking of just
Like
putting...
a light organ.
I would want to, like, tune it for tap sounds and then put it next to the
That's a
feet.
good idea.
That's what I'm thinking. So we can play with that.
You could do a little disco.
Yeah.
Tap disco.
Disco feet. Those are the best kinds of feet. No, that's not the right one. There. Okay. I think I'm gonna print this like this. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. For the cord, I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do about that. I might hack the light, and if I screw it up, it's just a $12 light, so it's not the end of the world. the other option, where the hell did I put it? Oh, you got it. Well, shit. I could just widen the hole in the vinyl and then just put the cord through that. I really don't want to like screw with the backpack or modify the base shape a whole lot, just in case this doesn't become a thing in the future and then I have like a really ugly, unsightly hole in the wall of the backpack. So I'm probably not gonna do that. So I'm probably going to take this $12 light and try and route this cord through the middle and not through this hole. But it's kind of like in there. Like really in there. Is that epoxy that's inside?
I think it's still a heat shrink or something.
This thing, right?
That wire tuck thing? That's a wire tucked in there. I think they solder it together and then tuck it in the hole. So you can pop that.
But there's this hole right here. What the hell's in that?
Maybe look under a microscope.
Okay.
Oh god.
Okay. Yes. Oh. Alice, you pointed out the audio being wonky. I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Okay, I hope it's fixed. Whatever it is, I hope that I picked the right setting. I still don't know which setting works best on the mic. It's this fancy thing that I'm guessing should work in most conditions. I mean, I'm hoping it sounds better than it did before, because all my streams sounded like I was shooting them underwater. But yeah, Tony, the new GoPro came in here. Here's the new one that is fresh and mint out of the package. And here's yours. And they're getting to know each other. So whenever I see you next, I can give this back. And thank you again for letting me borrow it. I'll put it in its little like nest bag that it came in. I'm excited. I have a whole new GoPro to screw up. It has absolutely no paint on it though, which makes me kind of sad.
Don't give it to your dad.
No. No, I will not. Do not worry. Okay, anyhow. Pig nose shape. So if I don't have to add that extra hole anywhere, or rather if I do, here. Let's add 2 more holes. I'm gonna put all the holes in all the things. Yeah? Which, yeah. Like I was... Oh, still, thank you, Tony. Which, Tony, I mentioned you earlier. The Tony in the chat is the Tony that was trying to fix my broken CAD bads.
It's a set screw, and we can pull it out, resolder it, and then retuck it back in, or however you want to extend it.
Yes!
So you can completely customize that.
Thank you, honey. Perfect. He fixed it.
I discovered how it works.
So it's a set screw?
There's a set screw that holds the actual cable out the side.
Yeah.
That's what that little thing was.
Ah.
And then the little white lump is the heat shrink over the soldering of the 2 wires.
Okay.
So we would just break that,
and then
solder
pull
your
the
new wire or whatever it is, and then tuck heat shrink it, and then tuck it back in there.
Perfect.
Good to go.
All right, so this is good. It's a good pizza. But yeah, Tony was the one who was trying to fix the CAD that I mangled through circumstance of me not really understanding, like, fundamentally how the program does what it does. But now I kind of do a little bit better, so hopefully I don't do that again. 'Cause that sucked. And that file's still borked. I can still print the pieces the way that they are, I just can't refresh anything ever, because then it will break everything again, which is bad. Alright, so I'm gonna put some holes in this, and then I'm going to print it. Yeah? Okay. Cool. All right. These are 8s. Let's do 2 8s. There isn't a rotary prison tool for SketchUp to simplify the function behind holes. Probably. There isn't a whatever you're asking about, rotary repetition tool for SketchUp to simplify the probably. There's probably a lot of everything in this software that I don't know about that would make certain arduous things, repetitive things that I do over and over again, a lot easier. I see. Okay. I'm not gonna do that. From the inside. I just haven't had it pointed out to me yet, and haven't had a desire to look, which is bad. 9. There. Hopefully that is strong enough. Because that is going to be quite a bit of torque. All the torque, all the time. So much torque. Nope. I don't want that either. You can do circular and linear patterns assuming you need equally spaced, same sized holes. Yeah, I've used if I do need to make like a radial set of holes, then I do the circle pattern tool. Like I found that to be really helpful. I even use that in like other circumstances too, but I haven't needed to use it on this. I mean, the most symmetry this piece has had is just the 2 holes on the top, really. So I just draw them manually. Takes the same amount of time. Right. Mom, they can see you. Okay. So that proby hole piece is gonna poke out the bottom. I'm just gonna print this and see what it looks like. And then I'll decide what I'm going to do from here on out with the rest. And I think I will print it on its face, like that. So there is going to be a cap that screws onto the top of this. I think I'm just going to modify one of these port pieces to have a hollow inside and then that 29mm threaded inside lip. And then this won't be rectangular or square or whatever, it will be round and it will fit over or around rather the piece that I just designed. It won't really function to hold it in place so much as it will just to cosmetically match all the other ports. And this piece will be printed in gray, and this one I think I'm going to print in red so that it matches the rest of the inside bracket. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, for the time being, print this and accept that it's probably not going to be exactly what I want the first time, but I can make some changes after I have it physically in my hands and see what could be better about it. And that is you. Da-da-da. All right. So if I go down to here I can actually show you. And that's what he pulled out. Ooh, you're making gears. I like making gears. I was just fondling a little gear. I have like little baby gears that live on my desk. I don't remember what they're from. They're from things. I have all these tiny little intimate pieces from stuff that just sort of collect in the margins and the pockets of everything, all the flat surfaces that we work around. They're like spacers, and then I have like noodle toes, and they just sort of end up living around me. It's like, I don't know, shape maker clutter. That and hardware of every size imaginable. Right, Mark? Yeah. Okay. Alright, I'm going to print this piece, and then I'm going to disassemble the backpack. Not entirely, but I'm going to take the battery out, because I'm going to have to replace those two spacers. Don't be afraid to attack a prototype part with a Dremel. Yes, you're right. I know, I should be more violent with my prototype parts. And I will cut into this thing if I have to. Alright, I'm going to set up my slicer thing. Wow! Slicer is closed. I 3D print things so much that the slicer program is usually never closed. Ever. Okay. Wait, what Prusa are we using?
The MK3.
MK3, MK2, and MKS. MK3, MK2, MKS, MK2. What? Original Prusa i3, MK2. We're using the MK3? i3, MK3?
Yeah.
Why? Wait, this isn't the new one. Hang on. This is bad. This is bad. Slicer. I think I have two slicers. I think. except neither one of them are in my applications. Why is that? Seriously. Wait, Prusa. But this is the old one because it doesn't have the words on the print bed. What's the most current version of Slicer?
3? What's it saying? What's your problem?
It says there's no problem. It's just I can't find the most current one in my applications anywhere.
It goes under folders, so you get the you can keep all the versions.
But I don't.
Not do that when you install.
I only have one.
And it's not running.
No, it's running. It's just not the most current version.
Go and get the current version. Do you install the current version?
Yeah,
Do you put it in applications?
Yeah, I just don't see it. So.
Let me see how mine is.
Like what?
They have a weird install.
God.
Unfortunately,
Wait.
They have not figured out Mac yet. They're getting there.
Wait, 1.41, 1.39, 1.41, is that it?
Let me open my Prusa.
MK3.
Oh, okay.
Wait, so we have original Prusa i3, MK3 with a 0.4 millimeter nozzle or a 0.25 millimeter nozzle? Or
4.
It's a 0.4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it asking you what kind of Prusa?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah,
it's...
I have a folder called Original Prusa Drivers. I always get rid of the old version when I install a new version.
Wait.
Does that make any sense?
What the what one of these do we have?
You have an MK3 with a 0.4 nozzle.
Here, everybody, look at this.
Garp. They all look the same.
Yes.
Is
it this one?
You would know. Well,
Is
that's older, and that's even older. So
it's
that's
this
the new
one.
one. Yes.
With a 0.4.
Yes. Check for application updates. Yes. Update build blah.
Okay,
there.
so this
Now
is
you
the
have
one.
the do bobber.
Okay.
You're adorable.
Yep. There's the butt. The butt. The butt light is the best light. Okay. Rotate around thing. Nope, that's not what I wanted. That's a little better. Let's just do that. Okay. Export G-code. I don't have the thing. Shit. Okay. I'll be right back. I need to get the card adapter. Mark, say something anecdotal and witty.
Oh God, give me a subject matter.
No. God damn it. I don't know anything.
They don't know things.
I don't know things either. God damn it. Not annoying at all.
I wish Adobe Flash would go away forever.
Hi, Thomas Morris. Right, I'll be right back. I need to go get that, thing. The SD card. The cracker that you put all the data on. It's the data cracker.
The cracker?
The data cracker.
Yeah.
Is this coffee?
You should drink the cold coffee.
That's like ice. Negative.
Negative ice.
Negative ice.
I'm sorry for ignoring it. Here, I'll read comments. If it's up.
I am busy doing my own stuff, so I'm kind of ignoring Sarah. What we got going on here? Slicer 141.
I know. Oh.
Thomas caught a stream.
Yes, get up.
All right, wash your hands when you're done, Thomas. All right.
That was quick.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Is this plugged into anything? No. That would help, Sarah. Oh, everything is complicated. There. Save. Yay! This is gonna take 2 hours and 55 minutes to print. Really? Of course, because it's very vertical. Fun. Well, that means it's 2:30, so yay. Sometime deep in the throat of happy hour, when I have a beer, the print will be finished, and then I can put this thing together and see if it actually works the way that I want it to. Yeah? Yeah? Alright, so I've got time. See, I thought this was gonna be a quick, fast, and easy thing.
Nothing's quick, fast, and easy.
Nothing is quick, fast, and easy. I should have known better. Whee! Okay. I am back. Yay! Sarah's back. What are you guys looking at right now? Ah, that. Time for a piece. You made a mistake there. Let me correct that for you. Drunk stream. Wait, drunk stream? What about drunk streaming? Hi, Vi! Vi is here. How are you doing? There's nothing going on right now. I just stuck a thing I designed into the printer and it's going to cough it up in about 3 hours. Oh, that's right. I was gonna do something terrible to this backpack. So I'm printing the piece in black because I don't have a lot of red left and I don't want to use it up on something that's probably not going to be the final piece anyway. But I do need to yank that battery pack out of there, so I'm gonna do that. cool. Okay, so how does this work? Oh, that's right. Fun. I remember I had to like completely disassemble this thing to get the battery out. Well, not completely, but I had to take these two top brackets out to get it to clear. I don't actually know if you guys can hear me because I have my back turned to the microphone. I had to like really spread this thing open an unnatural amount. That sounds wrong. To get the battery out. So I had to kind of birth it through this plastic canal right here. Without tearing anything. It's a delicate job. Oh my. This is actually not mounted to anything. That's cute. Just throw everything in the bag and leave it alone. Okay, so the battery is out. I only had to minorly tear the skin to get it to rupture from its orifice. There. Okay, and then the next step is to actually yank this thing out. And since the circuit board is mounted to it, we'll probably have to yank out all the plugs too. Some serious shit. Sorry, you guys are looking at my head probably. It's like heart surgery. Mark, this is open heart surgery.
What?
Yeah.
It is.
There you go. Woo-hoo! It's out. Alright, there we go. Fun stuff, right? Okay, so these are the two things that are going to be replaced. These two bottom spacers are going to be the thing that holds that chunk that I just designed in CAD in place. And then the spout is literally going to poke out the bottom here. So I'm going to remove this port. Because it's going to be replaced. So I'm going to make a little facet or a port facade piece that's going to fit on top of that spout button thing that I just made. And I'll print it in that silver filament so that it matches. I already said this, so I'm repeating myself, but I think this is the next thing I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to do it quite yet. I might as well. I still have to wait for the piece I designed to finish printing, which is going to take a little bit. Hey guys. I have to run out soon. Oh, yes, that's right. Vi just got Splatoon, so we need to totally play.
Wow.
We shall ink soon, yes, in a few weeks. Oh, in a few weeks. That's such a long time. Maybe for the next Splatfest, like the Christmas Splatfest, we can ink together. North is cold. 3 feet last night. No! Wait, 3... I hope... By 3F, do you mean 3 feet of snow? Oh, -3 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. My brain saw that and went, 3 feet of snow! No. -3 degrees Fahrenheit. That's cold. That's really, really cold. Hey, 40 degrees is cold for us, desert folk. Just saying. What? Median's 23°C, 40 degrees Fahrenheit, or close to 4 degrees C. 23 is hot as fuck. Psh. Only 80 degrees difference? Ha. Yeah, it's chilly here. Like, we went out to dinner last night and I didn't bring a jacket, and I kind of regretted that when we decided to walk around outside afterwards. Right, Mark?
Yep.
That just means you have to drink more hot sake.
Yes.
Alright, so that actually wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. So yeah. When that part is done printing, I will probably put everything together and post a picture of what it looks like, but there's nothing for me to do now. That was super anticlimactic. I could try on my tap shoes, I guess. I need to get thinner socks. See, that's the thing with tap shoes. You want them to fit snug, so I'm gonna have to try them on with thick socks and with thin socks and see which ones feel particularly right. Yeah? Right, Mark?
Wait, what?
My tap shoes.
Yeah, you should go tap.
Like, I kind of want to stream that, but at the same time, like, I haven't tapped in a good long minute, so I don't want to drag everybody in on that just to make a silly raptor of myself. I think it'd be fun for everybody. But, I don't know. Maybe after I break in the floor a little bit, which I have to sweep up and clean first because it's covered in, like, dirty feet. I'll probably play around with it a little bit and break it in, and then I might stream me dinking around on it later. But for the time being, I think I'm close to calling this stream finished for now. Just because that piece is, again, going to take 3 hours to print, which I was totally expecting it to take closer to an hour. I don't know why I always think it's going to take a shorter amount of time than it does. But I could definitely have filled up an hour with some other work, but now I'm kind of... I don't know. 3 hours is a long time. What are you guys talking about here? Drag, you guys? You guys want to see me tap dance? It's gonna be weird. I almost kind of want to have a beer while I do it. It's what, 3 o'clock? Or close to 3 o'clock here at least? That means it's gonna be dark in another hour and a half. So I've got about an hour and a half to clean the floor off and then probably make a couple sounds with my feet. I second Tony. Vi, you should totally move to Vegas and get out of the cold, crazy snows. Like, it's bad pizza. Snow is not good. Also tap dancing. Yes. open stream. You guys want to see me tap dance? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go get socks. Like, I have like really big, like, beef socks on, and I need to put on some not beef socks, so I'll be right back, and then I'll see if I can maneuver the camera down into some position so that you can actually see what the hell it is that I'm doing. In any case, I'm probably gonna end this stream and start a new one. And I'm gonna have to set the camera up outside because that was no small feat last weekend when we did set up for the build of the dance floor. That took a little bit of jockeying just to get everything right. Plus the sun is in that really annoying position where I'm going to have it directly in my face, right? 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 Alright. So, yeah. Let me get socks. I'll try on the shoes. If the shoes fit, then I'll negotiate getting the tapping stream set up. But if they don't, then it's kind of moot point. I'll be right back.
Yeah?
Is that you or me?
That was you.
What the hell's calling me? Why? Did my mom call me again? No. That was my dad. See how popular I am?
What's his logo tweet?
Look, socks. Soothing sound of 3D printing in the background. 3D printer Asner. The Mark asked if you got tap shoes too, Mark.
I am not going to be doing any tapping. Unfortunately, my brittle bones can't handle such fine work.
Alright. How do I do this? Do I have a good way of doing this? I don't think I do. Oh well.
Alright.
What?
I'm gonna go back to Fry's.
Why? What do you need?
I'm gonna get that cabinet, the arcade.
Oh, you are? I mean...
You can get it delivered for free, but...
I mean, is that what you want?
Yeah, I'm just... I guess I can wait. I don't need it. It's so cool.
Yeah? Can I tap while you're gone? Or do you want me to come with
I
you?
was asking if you want to come with me. But...
That would involve putting on
Are you
clothes.
still online?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm streaming. I'm like putting shoes on. I'm totally in my jammies.
I know if I wait, that thing will be out of stock and nobody will have it. Everybody has it right now. Like even Home Depot has it.
That?
Yes.
The arcade cabinet.
Everybody has that particular deluxe edition, except for Amazon.
Okay.
Try Amazon again. Let me see. Maybe I can get that delivered. Amazon didn't list it, but
The... I don't want to put on clothes. Flannel pajamas are the best. Oh, there's even like a little stretchy thing, so if I wanted to pull the ribbon out, I don't even have to use it. It's fake. It's only cosmetic. Mark, it's a lie.
what's that?
The ribbon.
The
It-
ribbon. But...
The little ribbon.
Oh,
The-
it's fake?
Well, no, it's there. It's just there's a
Glued
piece
on?
of elastic in between the two. So... There. Super dork. With gray socks.
Super dorky, super dorky.
Deal. I mean, they fit. I think.
Do they feel alright? They're not sloppy?
Sloppy?
They fit your feet nicely?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. You should start a new stream.
They could be a little bigger.
They might stretch a little. You want them to lose, they'll flop, right?
True.
You can get a little stretch, those wood stretchers you use.
Little baby
I
feet
bet on
stretchers.
Thingiverse you can find shoe stretchers and print them. That'd be cool.
We'll see. I mean, if they're too small, then this can be the pair that I hack,
Right.
and then I can get another pair in a 9.5, because these are 9s. I almost got 9.5s. Oh well. The cake is a lie. Mark, by the way, made the best cake I've ever had in my life this week. Made a Boston cream cake
Oh,
with
yeah.
all homemade ingredients, including the butter. So he churned his own butter. It was actually butter,
I know
though.
that sounds wrong, but
It was actual butter. And it was delicious. It had homemade custard and everything good. Sugar and spice and everything nice. Aw. Alice, do you need to make Noodle a friend? I vote for this. You totally should make a baby, and then your baby can play with my baby, and we can take them to the robot playground together, and they can very slowly play tag with one another, and we can gossip and trade soup recipes, it would be the best. Pajamas and tap shoes are a hot combo. Sexy, sexy me. Fur babies, I tend to find girls who like cats. Aw. Put those serious stream about engineering. This is a serious stream about, yes. This is super serious engineering. Put those things together. Let me build some fun. Yeah, I have like giant gray socks on now. Let me see. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can use the other camera that's actually on a stick right now and maneuver it to the ground so that you can see. See what I have on my body. Actually, no, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Oh, that sucks. Well, here. If I switch this to the bench with chat, there we go. Bam. Tap shoes with bows and gray socks. They're like Mary Jane style, except the lighting in here is terrible. Cool. I'm gonna totally set up a stream outside with the floor. Does that sound like a good idea, Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's a wonderful idea.
There's just Tiberius in the background wearing a bra with my nipple tweakers.
Don't judge.
Hey, he's got a way more interesting life than me.
That's right.
Alright. Alright. Girl dungeon. I guess this is my girl dungeon. Somebody else has a girl dungeon. This is my girl dungeon. That's called the Gungeon.
The Gungeon?
Enter the Gungeon. Isn't that a game? Now I'm ready to go to Fry's in my tap shoes and pajama pants?
Yep.
Yeah? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Should I just leave these on? Here, I'm gonna put my ugly nasty socks back on. I'm going to actually clean off the outside desk table area and put on some like not horrific pajamas. Not that these are horrific, but I'm gonna like put on something that I would want to tap in and get all sweaty and stuff, and then I'm gonna go out there and play. Unless I go to Fry's. Should I do that? Mark, do you want me to come with you?
Yeah.
Or do you want me to stay and tap?
It's up to your choice. Should I go get that arcade cabinet?
That's up to you.
Satiate myself. Spend money I don't need to spend. But...
Are you gonna actually play Tempest?
It's got 12 games on it. It's all the good games like Tempest, Lunar Lander, Asteroids, Millipede, a couple others.
Millipede?
It's all the great games.
My baby
I
shoes.
think it's a fun thing to have.
Baby tap shoes.
It's a good price.
Yeah.
Should I wait till after Christmas?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't need
They're
it.
not gonna have it. Do you want it? Like, are you gonna?
I don't want it so bad that it's $400. It's like
What? It's $400?
it's just cheap. And I used to collect arcade games.
That's
so,
a lot of money.
No, but it's
for
12 games in
game.
one.
For a tiny, shitty arcade cabinet that's not really an arcade cabinet.
Right.
$400? That's like the price of a PlayStation 4 when it came out. Although they're $200 now, so you could pay $200 and get a
you're
PS4.
right. It takes up space.
Yeah.
It's a novelty. I'll play it 3 times and never again.
So
okay.
you should
talk me out of it. If I see it for $200 on sale, I'll buy it, but I won't get it.
Don't do it, Mark. Bad.
It's all the classics. But I guess I could build a Raspberry Pi something, God knows what,
No.
with the same thing on it. So.
No. Just do your own.
Some other time.
Get a piece of wood, cut it into a shape, and then draw on it with Sharpie, and then
Yeah.
you happen to know a girl who knows how to make arcade
I
cabinets.
can't even get a logo out of that girl.
Oh.
See, you're tapping when I really need that logo because I have to get this order in for these boards, alright? So you need to hook me up.
See this?
That doesn't go where you think it goes.
I know exactly where this goes.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
So go tap yourself out and then go finish that logo off. Yeah?
Ah. Alice says, do it, Mark.
Do what?
Get your cabinet.
No.
What kind of decor does the
Spend money I
fries
don't
have to...
need or have.
What kind of decor does... Our fries is like... I don't know.
The outside is a giant slot machine.
It's a big slot machine warehouse place with
and the
like
inside is just
artificial
like
ceiling.
every other fries like Sunnyvale you've ever seen.
Yes.
And it's full of despair because you never get what
It's
you want.
always
when
disappointing.
You leave there.
We went drunk shopping there last night after dinner with my parents, and I got a new mouse. I got this thing, there we go. It's a Razer mouse. My old computer laptop mouse was sucking because the cord frays way too easy. The only thing that sucks about this is you're supposed to be able to like control it.
The color?
Yeah, but the driver doesn't work on Mac, so it says it's supposed to, but it's like, no. So it's just gonna perpetually do rainbow forever, which I'm not entirely opposed to. It's a rainbow mouse. So yeah, that was my super selfish, like, impulse buy from last night. I guess it's not that impulsive, I did need a new mouse. There's nothing more annoying than trying to get work done and having an intermittently working, not working mouse. No one likes to have to jiggle a cord every 2 seconds. Thinking of arcade sticks. What are you thinking about arcade sticks, Tony? There are... It's easy to make one. Yes. Yeah, totally build your own, Mark.
That's a whole project.
Do it. Stuff has...
Easy to make.
Aside from...
Just like all those woodworking shows on TV.
Why don't you go back when
it's easy to make this coffee table. It's like I could go to IKEA and buy that in way less time.
Why don't you go on Black Friday when it's half off and buy it
I don't
then?
think those will be half off. And then because they're limited supply, you have to fight for it.
That might be fun.
If I see it on Black Friday or Cyber Monday, if that's like one of the items
I want to
delivered
do.
to your door, I'll grab it.
I want to do an epic fight scene in Fries.
I don't want to be there.
You just like you get whatever you can, like whatever's in arm's reach, and you have to like fight for your life with it.
Fight over a $20 television.
No, just for your life, not the television. You use the television to fight off
other people
to not die.
That's just bad.
It's like a Kill Bill scene, but with appliances.
That would make a great movie.
Yeah.
Of a death fight in an appliance store, in the appliance section of like a Fry's. You're right. That would be.
Every time I go into a department store, that's what I think of. Like, I cannot go into a department store without thinking of a battle royale
I'd
scene.
like to see if we can get Jackie Chan and Keanu Reeves to reenact some fight scene from Kill Bill or something.
No, I want like normal people. I don't care what they do. Everyone knows what they'd do. They'd kick ass. Like normal ass people.
We could get one of those moms that has like 6 kids and 2 strollers, and then we could have the other person's like
the bare-chested dude from Atascadero with the wrench, like those types of
find,
people.
Like that dude.
Yeah.
He got like a number tattooed to the back of his head or something. One of that, you know. Yeah. Let's go get a camera and do that.
Yes, I do need to make my arcade cabinet because I want to play Blaze Blue again and other 2D fighters. So I should finish that. I need to order new buttons, and then I'm probably going to try and harvest the actual joystick out of the old one, because that should still work. It's technically just a bunch of switches, so I don't think that got necessarily fried I made this arcade stick cabinet back... Why is the lighting so shitty?
Here?
No, just my camera keeps adjusting. No, I had this... I made this arcade stick back when I was in college, and I built like the cabinet and everything from scratch and got the Cthulhu board drivery thing and plugged all the buttons into it, and it was probably like the first legit thing I ever built on my own from scratch-ish, so it felt really rewarding. And the upstairs bathroom leaked straight through the floor from the ceiling down onto the floor beneath it in the house I previously lived in, but it did so directly on top of the arcade stick cabinet, which was on the coffee table in the living room downstairs. So there was like a pillar of water coming from the upstairs down on top of my arcade stick, like it was the bullseye of a target. So I very sadly lost that, and it's warped to hell, and everything's sort of soaked in like toilet water. So I've yet to make a new one, and that was probably 5 years ago now. So I haven't legitimately played 2D fighters in 5 years, which is something that I used to really enjoy doing. It's something me and Matt used to partake in. So I used to do that. Twitchy reflexes. But if we're not going to Fry's, I'm going to get cleaned up and go outside and see if I can set up a stream. And put my shoes on. Find something to put on my body that isn't pajamas. Okay. So, I'm gonna end this. That part is printing, and it should be done around 5 o'clock our time, which is in another 2 hours. I'll probably post a picture of it once it's installed, which will be later on tonight. Yeah. Or in any case, I think like once it's installed and it's functioning the way that I want it to, I'll post a picture of it doing what it's supposed to. And again, wait, no, you're doing it wrong, Sarah. You're doing it wrong, you have to switch it. Nope, not, there we go, okay. That's this thing. This was the whole point of this stream, was to make this mount right here at the bottom of the backpack. That the stinger kind of arcs around and goes into the butt. I guess, do you want to hold it up and like simulate to people what that's supposed to do? I could do that. Here. How do I do this? Sarah, you can do this. There we go. Your web camera. You go right there. Bam. Backpack. Do you want to aim this in towards my ass, sweetie? So this goes like in the bottom of the hole.
Alright. So that goes there.
That's gonna mount like right there.
Right there, alright.
And it's gonna like
Step forward, there you go.
Turn toward me. Yeah. There you go. Then the light
is gonna hang right there.
It's not gonna dangle like that.
I don't know. We're gonna figure this shit out.
Right.
I'm going to go back and forth with the design until it does what I want, but this is just supposed to kind of...
I was thinking you had something here, right? That would fix it so that it didn't dangle. This is gonna swing because the backpack has this on it. So.
Because this is mounted to the... It's going to be mounted to the brace that's mounted to the back plate.
Yeah, but this whole backpack rocks. So you're going to have to be still when this activity's happening.
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be super fixed. It can wave back and forth, and that's fine. It just needs to, like, if I'm standing still, it needs to kind of just hang at the right altitude, I guess. Depth. It needs to hang at the correct depth. So yeah. How did I do this? So it's gonna, like, mount right at butt level. Like, right here. My life's weird. I have, like, the baggiest pajama pants on. So yeah. So that's what I'm achieving, or going to try to achieve. But, this thing's more or less going to be fixed to the... Oh god. I'm stuck. Help. This is stuck on something.
Wait. Oh wow. How did that happen?
I have no idea.
That got all the way around that. Oh, it's 'cause this comes off. Alright.
Thank you. So... So again, this is actually going to mount pretty much to this base plate right here. So this is like the most solid foundation piece that everything is attached to on this backpack. So the battery bracket that holds the battery mounts to this. The actual straps, this is its own plate, and even though it has fabric sewn on top of it, it bolts into that same mounting plate as well, all the way around. So all of these pieces of hardware that you see going through the plastic 3D printed bits that the straps are attached to, those actually mount into that same faceplate as well. So the part that I just designed is going to attach to the bracket that is fixed to that same mounting point, and it should be fairly solid. It's not going to rock around a whole lot. I just needed to make sure that it extended down far enough so that it could fit through that bottom hole and replace the port that was previously there, and I took that out. So I'm hoping that once that weird shape prints, it's just good. I'm probably going to end up reprinting it overnight in red. I just want to make absolutely sure it's what I want before I do so, because as I mentioned earlier, I am running low on red filament, and I don't want to waste it. So it is what it is. I'm hoping it makes a good first and only prototype. But yeah, so that's the what the backpack is comprised of, more or less. And it does collapse kind of like an accordion if left to its own devices. The thing that's holding this top ring up is it being mounted through these kind of like drum bracket pieces into the top face cap thing, which isn't on it currently. So this can, if I wanted it to, kind of get scrunched up flat, which I don't want it to do, so I'm not gonna touch it anymore. I'm gonna put it down before I screw it up. Whee! But I haven't been wearing it with the like the top drum piece on it, the cover, the faceplate, because once it's on, you can't see the stuff that's inside of it as well. And for the sake of showing it off, it's made more sense just to kind of leave it open. But the structural integrity of the backpack isn't really there without it on. Had I known that when I designed it, I probably would have done it a little bit differently. So if I do a second revision of the backpack enclosure, I'll probably account for the fact that there's going to be two modes. There's going to be completely enclosed mode, and then there's going to be, I'm going to walk around with the guts exposed mode, the open heart mode. So, I don't know. It probably won't be anytime soon because it's good enough at the moment. It's definitely good enough. Amazon wishlist? I should do that. I forgot I had an Amazon wishlist.
There you go. That's an alternate Patreon, right?
Foam Master. I want a Foam Master. Either way, sit down so you don't get stabbed. No, I'm not. I don't plan on any of this ever being so comfortable that I would really want to walk around in it, or run a marathon in it, or sit in chairs in it. I think it's just going to be what it is. With the Stinger, I think it's just gonna be a part of the backpack that can get bent up and around when I need to sit, I guess, or it's just not going to be attached. That's another thing. Before I print the final iteration of this piece in red, I might find a way to have the attachment be removable, so that if I don't want to have a weird stinger sticking out of my butt all the time, I can easily disconnect the lamp and put it aside, and then just wear the backpack is like its own thing. Otherwise, it's just going to kind of permanently be there, and I don't know, it's not the worst thing. I can kind of just curve it up and around and maybe have the light shine in at the backpack, or kind of stick out like a tail. I don't know. It's like a light tail. Mark, it's a light tail.
Light tail.
Yeah. It's like a devil tail, but a lamp.
Comet tail.
I'm a scorpion.
Scorpion.
I'm a scorpion.
Gap scorpion.
I'm a very polite scorpion. Alright. But anyhow, thank you guys for joining me. I'm gonna go and play around with my tap floor and see how I feel about streaming me using it. Like, I do intend to do so eventually. I don't know if it's going to happen exactly at this moment, like now, but if it does, I'll throw up an invite to the stream in like an hour or so. If not, then count on within the next like few days, like probably by the end of the week, I will do a little bit of tapping with you guys with me. Can keep me company while I make feet noises. How does that sound? Does that sound good, Mark? And you're not going to Fry's. You're not going to spend $400 for no reason? No? No?
Just saved $400.
Does that mean we get to go get sushi?
Sure.
Really?
Like tonight?
Yeah. I'm joking. We don't have to.
Wait for math.
Yeah? Okay. Alright, guys. Thank you for keeping me company. It was good talking at you. Vi, if you're still there. Alice, always good seeing you. Tony, of course. Thank you for keeping me company. And I'll see you the next time I do this. Huh?
The camera's gone.
It's... Mark's waving.
Bye, everybody.
Mark says bye. Alright. Cheers, guys. It's what? 3:14?
Oh, God.
It's time for a
I
beer.
still have to do things.
I'm gonna go get a beer. Let's enjoy a beer. Alright. See you guys.